I put some tanning solution. Well, I put one tan drop in my moisturizer. I think it's all caught in my eyebrows. um. So yeah, I just said I follow up on the interview, which you couldn't make it up. So I went for the interview, went great, went for a trial that afternoon. I have this thing where it's hard for me to kind of say no sometimes. Not it's hard for me to say no, but I feel like I'm being railroaded. So sometimes for me, it's really important that I just take a breath. So, and I don't know how to say that in French. So when we got back to the office, my soul is honest. Like I can't, I blame my mother. I blame my mother. I think I really blame my mother because my dad always says they play poker a lot. Well, they don't play poker a lot. They're gambling every night. No, they play poker with their friends on a Friday. And my dad said, your mum's a great poker player, but she's no poker face. And I think she gave that to us because I can't lie. I always remember Gary Zukov saying, when you're in touch with your soul, you won't feel it inside your body. You'll feel calm. And the minute I said, because the lady asked me, was I staying in Bordeaux? And the minute I said, yeah, I was like, oh, shit. I felt it in my heart straight away. I felt like this. It was like someone stabbing me going, you're lying, so don't. So I went back to the office after the trial. The trial went fine. The guy was nice. Fine. I mean, he just wants someone to come in and do the job and really just not ask him questions. Not ask him questions. He basically is paying someone to come in to be his housekeeper and run the house because him and his wife have 3 kids and they're really busy with work. That's literally all he wants. We had a chat. He speaks semi-okay English. So we kind of did English, French. So yeah, I just went back to the office of the girl, which is perfect. And I said to her, look, really my goal is to learn French. I'm not sure how much French I'd learn. And also, just to be honest, I probably will only be in Bordeaux for the next 6 months. So anyway, we were a bit back and forth and it was hard because, have the language barrier. So I thought my intention was to come across, listen, can I just think about this overnight and let you know tomorrow? In my head, that came across. So I went back the next day. That's not what came across. She assumed I didn't, the lady in the office assumed I didn't want the job because I had an apron belonged to them. So I gave it back to them. And the reason I gave it back is because I hadn't signed a contract. I wouldn't keep something that isn't mine. So we were back and forth. Anyway, I don't know if I have the job or what, but it was just funny because it was such a misunderstanding. What was taken from it with my actions was completely different than why I just needed a minute because it was all very interview in the morning. Then I was like, I had a couple of hours and then I was back to help clean the house and I was like, oh God, I just felt I didn't have time to catch my breath, especially sometimes when you're trying to talk to somebody who's speaking French to you, your mind is like, okay, I have to translate this to English, form a response in English, then translate that to French with the little French I have, then try and actually look like I know what I'm doing. It's a bit much sometimes. So anyway, but my whole goal at the moment is, my intention at the moment is, I don't know if anyone is into the male energy because I have a lot of ideas sometimes, and hence this YouTube videos, because I do have a lot of ideas and sometimes I don't put them into practice. And what my goal would be is I would love to do a podcast on all this because I read a lot of the likes of Brené Brown, Gary Zukov, and I actually really like the Diary of a CEO, Steve Bartlett. He has some really good guests on. And I think he interviews them really well because I feel like he just gives them space. He asks a question and gives them the space to respond, which is lovely. It's a tricky thing to do. So I really do admire him for that ability. So for me, it's to cultivate the doing, not the doing, but the action, the drive, the focus, the determination. Because as I said before, I have a goal in mind for France, and it's, I guess I'm cultivating that. I mean, it's tricky. And I think this was a space where I cultivated that. So I'm reading Mel Robbins' Let Them, Let Me. And I was like, well, I can't control what this lady does now. You know, I explained that there was a misunderstanding. That wasn't my intention. So I can't. So I kind of was like, well, look, this avenue is cut off. And I guess it's all, I remember Steve Harvey saying that it's all about a door closes. There is other doors. It's just opening them. So I went and I was like, right, I went to the office about my social security number. I don't have a job at the moment, but I can apply for it another way. So let's go down that avenue and see how far I can get. Again, there's been a lot of like, you know, I thought I'd completed a form and now I need another bit for that form. But I sense life is trying to cultivate in me that drive, that focus, that determination. And it's not really about keeping going. It's about like, I'm my Italian-Irish Yoda friend. I love her. I haven't spoken to her in a while because she's on her own path at the moment. But she's always a great one for saying, always remember that life is a journey. It's not a destination. And sometimes we're so busy getting to places that we don't just enjoy the flow. So I'm trying to stay in the moment and enjoy the flow while also facing my fear, because I was this fear of handing in my CV and everyone laughing at me because I don't speak French well yet. I'm still learning. And as someone pointed out, but you're also learning English all the time because you learn new words. If we stop learning, we might as well put ourselves in a grave. So the journey would be over. The whole point is to learn and grow and evolve. That evolution is continuous. And I guess you just look at life. Life continues no matter what. When our physical presence leaves this earth, life will go on. So everything goes on. There's no destination. It always is evolving. It's going, it's going, it's going. Life is happening. And I guess my thing is to I feel like I'm never going to get my social security number, but that's the goal, to get that. Here are the steps I need to take. So we do baby steps at a time. I'd like to be working, but we do baby steps at a time. So I guess the thing is to just be gentle with ourselves. Now, sometimes I'm too gentle. I need to give myself a kick in the fucking hole and go, you know, you can be too gentle. Lying on the couch ain't going to get you a job. But yeah, it's just to be, I guess it's for me, my intention is to heal my feminine, where all the lovely creative ideas come from. And the thing with me is, for a long time, I wanted that masculine from the external, the man, to look after me and stuff. But I have it all. It's really key that everybody, I think what everyone's saying is we have it all inside of us. Anything we need, we cultivate it in ourselves. We really can. I mean, it's not fucking easy. Trust me, I'm trying to cultivate drive, focus and determination. Focus to learn French, drive to get a job, and determination to fulfill this goal. Holy Jesus, even talking about it, I feel like taking a rest. But yeah, that was interview part 2 anyway. So look, I'll do interview part 3 when I figure out if I have the job or not. I don't know. Your man was lovely, and I then part of me is like, I don't know if I want to work for someone who gets annoyed over a misunderstanding. It was literally a misunderstanding. Or if someone is getting annoyed because you asked for a little bit of time, I get the misunderstanding. I don't know. Your man is fine. Like I'd say, he wouldn't bother you from at one end of the day to the other, just as long as you do the job, and that suits me fine. But yeah, interview part 3, potentially.